What is up, my kings and queens? It's your man Cash is King. Today we're going to be magic slot hidden livery flipping aircrafts using the give cars to friends glitch, and we're also going to be discussing some of the finer points of how to use this method to create donor cars so that you can magic slot flip those unobtainable components to any vehicle that you wish. Alright, and so to begin this glitch out, I've got this Molotov, and I'm going to need to go ahead and just pass it off to my friend so that he can give it back to me to flip. Now if your friend already has the aircraft that you need to flip, obviously you can skip this first step, but for me, I had to pass this Molotov off to my second account just so that I can get prepped to make the video. Alright, and so once you have a version of that aircraft safely stored in your friend's garage inside the back of his MOC, and we should be good to go and ready to flip. Alright, now you will need a donor vehicle in order to pass the upgrades to the Molotov that you would like, and in order to do so, it's very important that you understand how the number coding of this game transfers while using a magic slot. If you take that Molotov into the workshop of your hangar, you will be able to see that there is 11 livery numbers listed. The first option is none. None is 1. So at this moment there's 10 unlockable liveries for this Molotov, but I do know that there's 10 more and that the count should go to 21. It does have the set 1 hidden livery option, right? As I can see, the Galaxy livery is currently on this vehicle and it doesn't appear when I go through my list. Alright, and so this hidden livery number that we are going to attempt to obtain, I'll leave a link in the description below for you to go ahead and check out which numbers you are going to need in order to get the desired livery of your choice. Alright, and so I've went ahead and just made my way back up to the LS River where I got my console 2 waiting for me. I brought along my MOC. We should be ready to run the give cars to friends glitch so that we can magic slot flip this Molotov. So I'm just going to go ahead and request a personal vehicle out of the back of my MOC. And right now that personal vehicle is my magic slot vehicle. And if you don't have your magic slot stored there yet, you'll want to before you begin. Alright, and so once your magic slot vehicle is out on the map, you'll also want to make sure that your friend has a donor car that he can give you that you'll be using to flip. And the importance of matching up that number coding as we had discussed before. Alright, and so your friend can go ahead and bring that donor car up and you can get ready to receive it. And let's talk about the donor car for a moment. The same idea is a Molotov in the workshop. This vehicle is going to pass us all our upgrades, and so we'll want to make sure that everything is full, from our armor and our brakes to the engine. We can go through and choose the different versions of lights that we like, headlights and body kit, and it will also store a plate if you have a custom plate option, even though you can't see it on the Molotov. Maybe perhaps down the line you'll use your Molotov as a donor and it will also be able to pass a plate. So now, as we can see in the livery option for the Revolter, which is a regular weaponized vehicle, I do have 22. The original 21, and I've got a free one in Sesenta Nova that was unlocked last Christmas. Alright, and so we're just going to want to make sure that this vehicle has the same number coding that we're going to pass off to the Molotov. Alright, and so I'll choose option number 19, but because none is 1, I know that this will be livery option 18, candy canes. So we can go ahead and run through the give cars to friends glitch once our donor's set up. Have our friend hold pause while we hit right D-pad at the back of the MOC. And I always like to have my friend just get right back in and go on to his Franklin alert. And you can feel free to prep your Franklin alert before you run up to the blue dot. You'll hit down on your D-pad to hover over enter with nearby friends and crew, and hit X to accept it when it disappears. So you'll be on a black screen. You can go ahead and use your Franklin alert to bounce off. And we can go ahead and get into our friend's donor car, the car that we're going to use to flip the vehicle, begin to drive away, and after a short moment of time you should get a black screen and be extracted from the map into the back of your MOC with the donor vehicle still on. And you can feel free to drive it right out, no problem. It'll kick your friend out of the car that was on top of your magic slot before. Alright, and so now that I have this donor vehicle on my magic slot, I need to have my friend call out that Molotov from the back of his MOC that we're about to flip. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and burn through a special vehicles version of livery flipping. Almost the same as the traditional magic slot flip, but it just kind of stacks steps a little bit differently. Alright, so you'll pull your donor card to the back of your MOC and hit right D-pad while your friend is on the pause list. It should kick him out. And you can feel free to have him get inside the vehicle or stand by the back of the MOC waiting on the Franklin alert. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and prep my Franklin alert and get ready to enter alone. Once I get that option, I'll hover with nearby friends and crew and hit X to accept the alert, pull my Franklin alert up, and I should be cleared from that black screen. You can feel free to wake your way on to the Molotov. We're just going to get in it, head on down the block. It should only take about 5 or 10 seconds before you get a black screen and again are extracted from the map and sent to the back of the MOC. And you should be able to clearly see this Molotov stored in the back of the MOC with you. It might bang around, knock you to the floor. It's no trouble, alright? And so you can just kind of make your way on outside. And you should still have your friend out there waiting with you. And you'll notice that once you do exit the MOC, that donor vehicle that was on top of your magic slot to begin with, well, it is still there on the map. And typically you guys are used to having vehicles despawn. This is a unpatch, thanks to Rockstar. So now that our vehicle should still be on the map, maybe your friend's inside of it holding on to it for you, you can feel free to enter the driver's seat, bring it back to the back of your MOC, and we're just going to go ahead and prep our disconnect. And once we have our disconnect prepped, we can feel free to hit right D-pad, and you should see yourself shortly appear in the back of the MOC before you disconnect your internet. Alright, now you do not want your character to be standing, you want him to be exiting, and that's totally fine. And if your timing is correct, you should be hovering over the docks where the bunker is stored. And this is a clear indicator that you are successful in your timing of your flip. Alright, so when you come back online, and I just joined right back into my friend's session, you can feel free to request personal vehicle from the back of your MOC, and it should be that Molotov with a brand new livery. Alright, and so you'll want to go ahead and pass this off to your friend using the correct method to receive aircrafts, so that you can receive it and store it in your hangar. Or maybe it's just for your friend, but I hope that this method will help you guys out. As always, be safe and have a great day, everybody. It's your man Cash is King. Peace.